It is morning. The sun rises, as it always has. Cities still stand, borders still exist, but something is wrong. Monuments feel meaningless. Monuments have no stories. Dates, names, and events are gone, not destroyed, not erased, forgotten. Humanity wakes up with no shared memory of its past. The most dangerous question in history is born. What if we no longer knew where we came from? History is not just a record of events. It is civilization's memory. It explains why nations exist, why laws were written, why wars were feigned, why some lines must never be crossed again. Now imagine that memory vanishing overnight. Not personal memories, not language, not skills, only collective history. No ancient civilizations, no world wars, no revolutions. Humanity still functions, but it no longer remembers why it does. This is not ignorance. Books still exist, but their meaning is unclear. Dates are read, but disconnected. Photographs remain, but without context. People know how to read history. They simply don't recognize it as their own. Every society wakes up culturally amnesiac. The past becomes a foreign country. History is a warning system. It teaches consequences without requiring repetition. Genocide, collapse, tyranny, environmental destruction. These lessons were paid for with blood. Without memory, humanity loses restraint. Not because people become evil, but because they no longer remember the cost of being wrong. Fragments of this have happened before. The fall of Rome erased centuries of knowledge. The burning of libraries set progress back generations. Oral cultures vanished when memory keepers died. Each time, civilization stumbled. It's not from lack of intelligence, but from lack of continuity. Now, imagine that loss. Global, instant, complete. Stage 1, confusion and denial at first. Humanity dismisses it. Everything is written down, people say, but written words require interpretation. Without shared memory, meaning collapses, treaties are questioned, borders feel arbitrary, historical grievances lose context, but not emotion. Stage TWO, political fracture, nations struggle to justify themselves. Why does that law matter? Why does this symbol demand respect? Leaders begin rewriting narratives, not maliciously at first, but uncertainty invites authority. Power fills the vacuum where memory once lived. Stage 3, the return of old ideas. Ideas once defeated quietly return. Not because people want them, but because they no longer recognize them. Authoritarianism is repackaged. Racial myths re-emerge. Dangerous ideologies feel new. History no longer says, "We tried this before." Stage 4, science without context. Scientific knowledge remains but disconnected. People know how to do things. They no longer remember why certain rules exist. Ethical boundaries weaken. Human experimentation resumes debates once settled. Environmental warnings feel exaggerated because no one remembers the consequences. Stage 5, conflict without memory. Wars do not begin over history. They begin because history is forgotten. Without memory of devastation, war feels abstract, casualties feel theoretical. Escalation feels manageable until it isn't. Humanity relearns pain the hard way. Not everything darkens. Art changes. Without history's weight, creativity explodes. New myths form. New identities emerge. New philosophies are born. Humanity becomes younger, more experimental, more reckless, but also more imaginative. A child touches fire not knowing it burns. History is the scar that prevents repetition. Without it, humanity becomes a child again. Curious, bold, unaware of danger. Growth accelerates, so does damage. History is not about the past. It is about restraint. It limits arrogance. It humbles ambition. It reminds us we are not the first and will not be the last. Without memory, humanity does not evolve forward. It circles back. So what if humanity suddenly lost its collective memory of history? Then civilization would not collapse immediately. It would repeat itself. Mistake by mistake, war by war, lesson by lesson, till memory was rebuilt through suffering. And the final question remains. If history vanished tomorrow, would we relearn it faster than we once did? Or would we make the same mistakes, believing they were new? And that leads us to the next what if.